Are we filming? We're filming. Okay. I'm so excited. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I was this excited for a video. I'm not kidding. I'm so excited. And quite honestly, I was a little bit nervous that you'd say no. Because, you know, like Mundia is happily private. Yeah. She's like, you know, if you don't gotta know, you ain't gotta know. Yeah. So I was like, oh, what if you're just like, I don't want people. I wasn't even sure.
Why it was so easy for me to say yes is because it's about our friendships.
It's about our friendship, yeah.
I think there's certain areas of my life obviously I would be very comfortable sharing, but this is definitely...
Yeah, it's our friendship. Mm-hmm. Also, hon, I think you might need to speak up just because they're far and I don't have...
Can you hear?
And I don't have a microphone. So that's why even I'm like, yeah, I mean, I was so excited about it. Okay, so if yes. But first of all, hi, welcome. I'm Sharon, and this here is my bestie, Mundia. We know her as Mundia on the channel, but your full name?
Real life, my name is Mundia.
Mundia. But we call her Mundia. Yeah. And it's okay if you call her Mundia, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. 100%. Okay. But I put out a request on my stories yesterday asking you guys, if you are on Instagram, to just ask us whatever questions. So whatever bestie related questions you might have for us, shoot, because she and I are filming. And I, honest to God, don't think I've received as many responses. Really? I just don't remember the last time I scrolled on for that long. Yeah. With questions, or maybe some of my Q&As, I don't know, but even this it just felt like people were like, yes.
Or maybe it's something a lot of people resonate with.
Yeah.
So it's like, I really want to know about
this friendship.
Exactly.
The ins and the outs. Yeah. And Mundia has gone through all of them. Yeah. And actually all of them, hon?
Yeah, all of them. I got to the end.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. And she's been screenshotting. So I'm just, and I haven't seen, some of them she'd say out loud and be like, oh, this is a good one. Yeah. And then others she said she didn't tell me. Yeah. So I'm just going to see. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Short story of how you became friends.
Okay.
Do you want to take that?
Yeah, I can. So it was the year 2006. No, 2008. I'm lying. 2008.
Okay.
So actually we met in 2002, which was the beginning of high school.
Year 8.
Year 8, yeah. And I remember Sharon was new. I'd already been in the school for a while, since year 4, and so she came in year 8. And I feel like at that time, she didn't even know that, but at that time, I was really trying to like look for a new friend because I was a little done with the people in class. I really honestly was done. I just felt like there was a lot of gang
cool groups
going
cool
on,
girls.
and I was like, I can't handle this anymore. I just need somebody new. And then she sits with a friend of ours called Joyce, and they both have the same name and then the same second name, and they hit it off, and I was like, well, that's that. Maybe we can pick on it later, but I think, and she's also very reserved.
Who, me?
Yeah, you are very reserved.
Very shy.
You were so shy. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not meant to be. It's okay. So we moved on. We continuously had different friendships throughout the rest of high school, and we went up until A-levels together. And then after A-levels, we went to a camp, and we had this experience that really brought us together for whatever reason.
It was after A-levels?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I could not remember that. So do you want to say what the experience is?
Yeah. No, you. Okay. Yeah. So basically, long and short,
I liked a boy. First of all, I didn't even like him at first, and I was like, nah, whatever. And then afterwards, I was like, actually, I like him. That boy was a boy that she used to see.
I had dated.
Yeah, but listen, the reason I could see him after
ago, and he came and asked me if it was okay for him to date Sharon. I was like, yeah, 100%.
But Mundia and I also weren't, like, I would not date Mundia's ex now.
We're not close.
Yeah,
we're not even.
But we were like friends. We were friends, whatever.
We would hang out in the same space, but it wasn't like Oh,
we
did
wouldn't
you
be
get
texting
home?
each other. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And then I was like, oh my god, I think I like him again. I think I like him again. And at this, I didn't even remember it was after high school. But at this camp, I think I asked him something like, so do you love me or do you love her? And he was like, her. And I was dying. Like I was just like, it's over, my world is over. And who was the only person who comforted me through that? Mondi.
And
she was holding me
together. I just remember us being at the beach, like overlooking the beach.
And also back at I remember the bunk bed or the rooms. Yes. She's the one who was holding me as I'm like ugly crying. You know the one where you can't catch your breath anymore. Yeah. And she's like, "It's okay, hon. I'm so sorry. I'm here." Like she just was, and I just thought, you have every right to gloat in this moment, to kind of sit and revel in that moment, to kind of just be like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry, let me find your friend. You know, and then like run off and be like, you have your people. Yeah. She was with me through and through, and I was like, she is so, like your heart is so beautiful if you're there for me as I'm crying over a guy who's into you.
Me at the time. Yeah. I mean, and later on, I think it just, that story fizzled out in one way or another, but then our friendship now stood the test of time. So yeah, that's how we became really close, then ended up going to the same uni. Wild, because her and my other friend, Aisha, they for certain were going to that uni, but I hadn't gotten a response, and then I was like, oh, why not just apply? I mean, there's no harm in it, and I did, and I got in, and it was like the three of us went to uni together.
We were in a different country.
Oh, it was the best thing that happened to us.
The best. I
don't know how
I
would have
if I didn't have you in uni,
100%.
I mean, I would have survived, but it would have been a struggle.
Yeah, exactly.
It just felt good to have each other.
So that's where the friendship was cemented. Actually, in uni, I felt like
for sure.
It started off then, like being like, oh wow, we could actually be really good friends, and then cemented in uni and has continued until now.
Do you feel like it's in uni that you used the word best friend with me?
Yes.
It was in uni?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. It definitely wasn't in high school.
No,
it was I think it was in uni.
Yeah.
Uni just really definitely did it for us. Oh, this is kind of related to that, but what did you think of each other when you first met? I think you've kind of said.
Yeah. I was like, possible new best friend, or for now, she's shy, she's quiet, she seems like she likes to keep to herself. I thought she was so gorgeous. Hi. No, I'm not joking.
Even with my skirt?
Like, Jesus, here comes the threats. As much as I really wanted her to be my bestie, I was like, God, she's so pretty. I really honestly
I swear to God, I
so
walked into high school with such strong insecurities. I had I would never.
Thought she was so beautiful, and so did so many other people.
I just
really like, because I used to hang out with the boys a lot. So like,
I actually think high school brought my confidence, because I would hear that the boys thought a certain way. And in primary school, no one cared. No one looked twice. So in high school, I was like, oh my God, I am. And I wish it didn't come from that.
Exactly, but I feel like at that age, that's kind of what validates. Unfortunately.
Which is sad. But I thought you were one of the nicest, and because one of the reasons I was shy is because the school also had, like she said, there were cliques, and some of the cliques were not nice, like they were especially mean. Like I remember one time sitting next to someone and then being like, hi Sharon, I just wanted you to know that everyone hates you. And just going home in the bus holding my tears so that when I got into my mother's house, I was like, crying. Yeah, it was just like, oh, no one really likes you. Yeah, they kind of just hate you. Like, you know, so when I tell you, like, I was like, so when I kind of forged a friendship with this other girl that she mentioned, I was like, this is my person. This is my, and I'm still the same way to this day. I'm like, I'm okay with like two people. I'm okay with, but I thought you were so lovely. Aww. And I thought Mondi was one of the few people who managed to mesh well with everyone. Yeah. Like I also got sometimes people would be like, oh, you're so stuck up. Because I would just stick to the people I knew. Yeah. And I really was. Like I was like, I'm okay. I'm really okay with not speaking to anyone else. I was not interested in boys and none of that. Mondi would, like, you could tell she's a nice person, a nice human being, because she merged well with like like the Christian girls,
Yeah.
the cool boys,
Yeah.
the even girls and guys from like
From other
classes, like higher classes.
Yeah.
The ones who transferred from another school.
Yeah.
You found your way in everyone.
Yeah.
So I just thought, like, man, she's got such a beautiful spirit.
Thank you.
Favorite thing about each other.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, Mundia is such a nurturer. And I think that's why I'm so attracted to her friendship, because there's no moment where she's not, and I guess for me, acts of service is one of my love languages,
Yeah.
because she'll come here and she'll be like, she'll just do something, like she'll tidy, or she'll make a cup of coffee, or she'll be like, I'll make you dinner, and she'll go out and buy the ingredients and do, and in my head I'm like, I just love her so much. Can you see? She just sees my soul. She's such a nurturer, like in the moments, and I feel like between the two of us, I've had a lot more cries than you.
Yeah.
Like I've just been like, the world is ending, my life is ending, and in those moments you're still like I feel her celebrating, like the things, like even in uni,
Yeah.
when it was like, oh, I'm not sure who's going to celebrate my birthday, because you're just used to your family, and like,
Yeah.
and she's the one who's like coming in with balloons, happy birthday, honey, and it's like, it's one person who knows it's my birthday. She's such a nurturer that I think that's why, like, I'm so attracted, like, to this friendship, and that's why it's like, I just feel like I just feel so loved. That's one of my favorite things about Modi.
My favorite thing about Sharon, I feel like, is her constant desire to be better and to make others around her better. So if it's, I don't know, I just feel like you're always trying to be a better version of yourself, and I feel like it started from at some point in our friendship, and I could see like every year it would be like, how do I become better? And it's not just even like competitive wise, it's even as a person, you have blossomed over the years. I just see your desire to have better friendships, better relationships with your family, better working relationships. I just feel like you're always trying to be better, and you're also always trying to make sure that people are trying to be better. So if it's like, if I tell her something like, Han, this year I want to read 10 books, and she knows damn well I probably would, she'll be like, go you, let's try. And she'll ask me, or she'll be like, Han, this month, let's say 3 things that we want to try.
Our little goals.
That feeds me, because I'm not that type of person. So for me, I need that person who's like, how do you, like, money-wise, how you, like, this, I don't know, you just always, you're always trying to be better, and to make sure that people around you are also trying to be better versions of themselves. And that's really important to me.
See how we just gel? Ooh, do your personalities ever clash? I think I know one way where they clash. And you're such a neat freak. I can't, and I'm not a neat freak.
That, and also the timekeeping. So, Sharon, if Sharon could be called Sharon Time Mukami Mundia, honestly, and I'm not that person, I've really been struggling, because even on Twitter, I see people talking about the disrespect that comes with not timekeeping, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is what Sharon feels all the time when I'm late. This is how she feels, and I'm like, oh my God, she's probably not even able to say it, but this is how she feels. She feels disrespected every time I don't keep time, and it's not even on purpose, but I just feel like that's where, for sure, it's like, I feel like even sometimes probably she tells me to come half an hour early, so that she's created like a contingency for if I'm late. And then also, the tidying, the levels
so
of
she's
I'm
very neat,
and like
and
everything
I'm
needs
not.
to be in place.
So I feel like we could live together. We couldn't live together
We
because her standards I could never
100%
meet.
we could
Yeah.
not,
and I would feel a constant pressure of like I'm not doing it fast
and I would
enough.
probably feel like I'm
You're
tidying
doing
up
everything.
too much, or even maybe doing everything, but mostly tidying up too much and wanting things to be too perfect.
Yeah.
But I feel like that might change over time, because with children I don't know
It's
how
harder.
much neater you can be. So like,
But I still see you being neat. I
oh,
see you being like,
100%.
oh,
Kids, this is where you put the toys. I don't want to
color
see it out.
coded.
Yes.
This is blue.
God,
blue
no, I don't
toys.
want to be that kind of mom.
No,
It's
but I
so
get it. I'm like that with
stressful
books. Like her books are color coded, and I just find also it motivates her to put them. She knows like, oh, the pink books go here. But hon, can I just say, with time, you don't have to. I made that decision in myself a while back. It's been a long time. I used to feel some type of way at some point, but I made that decision. Like, time will not be the thing that frustrates me, and so if I need to be somewhere at a certain time, I'll manage that by saying I'll meet you there or something of that sort. But also you've gotten really good. But if you say, oh, I'm gonna be at your house at 6 p.m. for the sleepover, if you come at 6:37, it doesn't like I didn't plan at 6:15 we start the movie, so you need to be here when you said. So I like, don't worry, I never sit here frustrated. Do you guys ever talk in Kiswahili? Sana sana landlady? Mundi? So?
That's all you need to know about that question.
What? But like, hon, why don't we talk in Kiswahili? But you know what? I've heard you talking to people in Kiswahili.
I do a lot. Especially with my parents. These days, like, I don't know why, but I only speak in Kiswahili.
Then why don't you speak to what?
I do. Not only, but most of the time, especially when I'm joking with my mom. And also speaking obviously to the house manager, like I only speak with them in Kiswahili. It's so weird, but I can't naturally speak with anyone else. It's weird, honestly.
It would be so.
But you know why it's weird? It's not that we don't like Kiswahili. It's not that. I just honestly, I grew up speaking English. It's unfortunate. I did Kiswahili until grade 8.
Let me tell you.
And I was so good at it. Like, even like in school, I was so good at it. But speaking,
guys, I hope you saw my eye roll with that distance, because I need to tell you something about that Kiswahili, okay? So I went to an 844 primary school. Our Kiswahili was
intense.
Kiswahili Sanifu, like the real
ours was
deal.
It was like...
So, and let me tell you where I feel like my distance with Kiswahili started. First of all, I was never good in Kiswahili, even though I feel like that's what we used to, like, I definitely spoke that when I was growing up as a child, because I grew up in Kariobangi South, and I can't remember hearing myself, but I'm certain I would have been speaking Kiswahili 24/7. But when I was in primary school, at some point, I think we may have started switching more to speaking English, but I was poor in Kiswahili, just like as a test, like, as a subject, I was poor in Kiswahili, and my teachers, or that teacher specifically, would shame me for being the last. So it was never about like, oh, she's the one struggling, let me help. And I remember, like, for instance, in high school, my biology teacher just be like, Sharon, I see you're struggling. What can I do to help? That was never the approach. So it was kind of like, who else got this wrong besides Sharon?
No.
Who else? And then it would be like, oh, because you're the last, because you're the last one in the test. Go to the front, kneel with your hands up on stones. So I feel like I started to resent Kiswahili. So when I joined high school, which was a British system now, and I just thought, oh, let me just try Kiswahili. And I went to the class and they started the class in English. I was like, what? They were like, it was just like, so I just want you guys to talk about, to write an essay about your holiday. And someone was like, so what is essay in Swahili? And then it was like, insha. And I was like, what are these? So I went to that class and I was the best. I went from like the worst to the best. But also it was bad, guys. Someone turned to a friend. I have to tell this. This is how bad it was. We had a friend called Moshi. Her nickname was Moshi. And someone in the middle of the exam decides to cheat and turns to Moshi and says, Moshi, what's smoke in Kiswahili? That's the level of Swahili, guys. So when she's like, I was the best, it's like, hun. Swahili standards were low in that school.
Like, vocabulary-wise, I was really good.
Anyway, just let me tell you.
Whatever they were teaching us, I was usually number one. But
So
it's not like I don't think like we're like, oh, it's not cool, and because I feel like that's always the narrative.
I think you think that I was
it's like, oh, I'm better than you. I genuinely just did not grow up speaking Kiswahili, and maybe at some point I wish I had really like picked up the interest and even taught myself, and I still feel like till today you can. And it's not that we can't communicate.
Just to be clear, we can.
It's not our first language. That's what it is. So there's no time I would ever be speaking to Sharon. Like there's no, unless we were in a different country
Yeah.
and we didn't want people to understand what we were saying.
Yeah.
That's actually maybe I feel like maybe in uni.
Oh, in uni we
sometimes
would
used
do
to
that. We'd be like, hey, Mundia,
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like we spent a lot of time with that person.
We-
But it needed to be, it needed time.
Yeah, and
Because
I
there's
felt
a
like for the
narrative-
first
a
time
narrative
I wanted to
around it.
explain
Yeah, good.
where my
I didn't know
slight
that.
resentment
I
towards
would never even
so
think
the
of
first
word
time I
resentment.
could I would just be like
Yeah.
and I only realized that much later why I really wanted to I just felt like it reminded me that I'm stupid or not. I didn't like that.
You know,
But
I feel like
I do wish
they
I knew
need to
Sulik
do
so
some
recently.
real evaluations on teachers
On
in this
teachers,
country. Like
yeah.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
How do you make somebody you're
Yeah.
punishing a
It was
child
shaming.
for not
It was shaming. It was
knowing?
like you need to know how stupid you are so that next time you work harder. As if that would have that
So
effect.
sad.
I mean,
So
definitely
sad.
didn't have that
It's
effect on
disgusting.
me.
Disgusting.
Yeah. This is a good one. How has your friendship dynamic changed over the years? And also, I think it's related to how do you navigate different phases and stages you grow into as individuals, but still remain besties. I lost my high school bestie to religion. She became deeply religious because life had some unkind cards. I didn't, and eventually it started to feel like we don't know each other anymore. I miss her deep. So has our friendship changed over the years?
I think it has changed in that I feel like we've really grown in our friendship over the years. I
Yeah.
don't think that we are the same friends we were in uni, and it's even for the better if you ask me. For whatever reason, Sharon and I are so different, and so I feel like even in seasons where we've probably gravitated more towards somebody else, there's always room for Sharon in my life, and there'll always be room for me in her. Like it's like you're always there, like you're never going anywhere, you just move through the motions. So even through the different phases that we've had, whether it's her taking this career path of content creation and me being in a more structured environment, if it's her having a child and me not having one, I just feel like the way we've been able to deal with that is that we are very sure of why we are friends, and we are very keen for that to remain a constant through all our phases through life. Even when she became a mom, for me it was such a joy. I was so excited more than anything, and I was even telling her, actually, the way I'd answer that question, I feel like we're not extremes of each other, and I think that sometimes when you're extremes of each other, personality-wise, it becomes a bit difficult, because it's like, let's say if I was a very, very serious party goer, or we used to, our thing was party going, if that was the only thing that brought us together as friends, obviously somebody becoming a mom totally
changes the
changes
dynamic
completely.
Yeah.
But if it's that's not the first thing that cements our friendship, or we have a lot more to our friendship than just one thing, you're able to move through life, but making sure that you're very cognizant that this is what brings you together each time.
I would not add anything to that. That's it. Have you had a major fight?
You can answer that.
Oh, I just don't think, have we? I feel like the boy in high school could have been the biggest bump, like the biggest hiccup. And because even right after that whole thing, there was still a little tug. There was like a weird dynamic between the three of us, because it wasn't just like it's the end. There was still lingering things for a while, but and I think that was maybe the
time
the biggest
maybe that's the time you would have been like, oh, I don't want anything to do with her and her me, but then that's
I don't think we've had a major fight.
We've not,
and I don't know how we avoid it, because I think I can be when I say a strong personality, I mean I can either be grating to someone, like annoying, or opinionated, like I can be irritating. So I don't know how we've not had a big fight, because I think I'm the kind of person who...
And maybe I'm the kind of person who is more accommodating. So I would be like, I'm just saying, I'm not even saying like that. I just
I'm the asshole and she makes room for me in our friendship.
I just don't think that I maybe even there's times that I probably wanted to be like, actually no, and then I'm just like, you know what? Not worth the fight.
Not worth the
fight. Keep it moving. Like honestly,
that's
I think that's
true.
what it is.
It's probably that too.
Like I'm just like, oh, Okay, let's move on.
That's that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Moving on. I think that's how we've been able to.
That's actually.
And then also, I don't feel like these things
We
that
don't,
we totally
no.
disagree on. Like it's like if you do this,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
We're done. There's nothing that's ever
We
been
give
like
each
that.
other
There's
space.
So much room.
Yeah,
So much
you're right. Like even like I
Yeah.
don't know what I would be so grating about or opinionated about
Yeah.
that I would be like, I'm insisting this. Like I would never
exactly
impose on your life like that.
and vice versa.
Yeah. So how do you stay in touch? Any practices that keep you connected, like say daily or weekly? We don't talk every day.
We don't actually. Funny
No.
enough, we don't. We could even go a week.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Even two.
even 2
sometimes.
weeks, yeah.
Seriously,
So and we
it's
don't
so
see each
funny.
other.
Yeah.
Except in the last season, like last couple of months, we've seen each other a
A
lot.
lot. Yeah.
But we don't, like, I could go a month without seeing Mondi.
and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But we'll also have that need for, oh, I really miss you.
Yeah.
When can we meet up? But we don't have this constant need to be together
Yeah.
and constant need to talk to each other every day,
Yeah.
like signing off, XOXO. Good night.
Gossip girl.
How sleep
How was your
times,
day? What's
sleep
happening?
dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't
And actually,
have
that's
that.
different. That's different with my other friendships because I
Yeah.
have other friendships who I definitely communicate with more.
Yeah.
And you would think that that would mean that it's a stronger relationship.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, how to explain it, but I'm so secure in my friendship with Moni. I remember even telling you, hon, I don't care if you call someone else your best friend and you don't call me.
Yeah.
You're my best friend. So I just, you are mine. So you can go forth and have as many other friends and you can even, you don't have to see me as yours.
Exactly.
But you are mine, period. So I'm so confident in that,
Yeah.
that whether we touch, but we'll always like, keep each other in the loop if there's
Yeah.
anything major. Is Mondi your one best friend, or is best friend really a tier and not just one person for you? I think you're at the top of my tier. Like I feel like I might have seasons with different people or whatever, but I definitely think for me,
Yeah.
there's no one I feel like she's almost like my life partner in friendships. If she's my soulmate, like I'm so certain, and I might have seasons where I'm closer to someone and I'm telling them everything immediately.
Yes.
But it doesn't
It's
like
constant.
Mondi is just like constant for
Yeah.
me. She's not answering.
Oh, I need to answer. Sorry.
It's okay.
I thought we were going to the
I
next
just
one.
feel like
I thought we were going to the next one.
in the way I was like, she can just be her own. She can find other best friends.
Yeah.
But she's mine. But you don't have. I know what your answer is.
Yeah.
But go on,
I have two best friends, and one is Sharon, and my other best friend is called Jerry. And Jerry actually also met her in university. And for me,
Sorry, it cut out for a sec.
Yeah, so I was saying for me, the reason why I can comfortably call them my two best friends is because I totally get different things from each of them. And there's no time where I'm like, this one, definitely you're number one. I feel the same amount of love, I feel like I give them the same amount of it. Anyway, they just occupy the same amount of
Space
in my heart. And it's for different reasons. And I love that.
Yeah.
And I love that it's okay for that to be. It's not like, oh,
And I don't take
why
like
are you,
in this instance I'm not like, how come I'm not your only best friend?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
that would be a lot. Where is Mondi's dress from? And I'll insert the picture here where I asked, where I used on Instagram. But
so I got it at Platform at Two Rivers. It's most likely not in stock, but they really, really have cute stuff. Like honestly, I got it for my birthday. Like I was wearing it to my birthday party, and I got it the day before, and I was so sure if I walked into Platform I'd leave with something, and sure enough I had two options, and I think that's the one that I picked.
It's so
yeah,
cute.
I'd highly recommend them.
Oh, this is a good one. Let's see.
I feel like it's
Let's say I have become good friends with my bestie's boyfriend. Then they break up.
Yeah.
Should I end my friendship with him, or should I keep being friends with him?
I mean, guys. You know what? For some people, this may be a no-brainer. And for some, it's not. And I guess that's why the person asked the question. At the end of the day, every question is valid.
Yeah.
But generally, for me, in my case, hell to the no. Like, it's just not an option. It just means if you're leaving somebody,
How do you
know, I can't see me communicating with someone, and it's not like I'm angry at you. You just don't. You almost cease to exist.
Yeah.
In my life, the moment you cease to exist in theirs, because I can't see.
So you can't even see yourself being really good friends with him.
No.
Yeah.
What are we being like? I don't know. Like what would like? I feel like you are the common
denominator.
Yeah. Not unless you were friends with them, like continued being friends with them, and then you'd be like, oh, okay, we can all.
Yeah.
And it's not even from a point of hate. It's just that I don't know what would be bringing us together, and I don't know what we would be having conversations over. Unless you were helping me like professionally, it was like, I don't know. I just don't see it happening.
I also can't really see it, and not even in a bad way, but also because I think what is it? I think if it ended amicably and there was still a rapport, like Monty was saying, but generally, even if I had a really good relationship with your person, like a really good relationship, I would just have to, like, Monty is my number one, and I would want you, and especially since after a breakup, things are a little bit sour, you know, like it's just, it's never, it's never as clean as like, cool, I'll see you tomorrow, cool, whatever. Like, so I would want in that moment for Monty to know nothing but my love, support. I've got her back over any other person's, and you know, but if things ended badly, like we have people in each other's lives that we can't stand.
Like when talking to the person.
No, like she wouldn't talk to certain people, and I wouldn't talk to certain people from her life. Like, it's over. Don't come say hi to me.
D for done.
Yeah.
E for exit out of our life.
Yeah. No. How do you communicate boundaries? Have we ever had this issue? No. I feel like we know each other. Yeah. In other friendships, I've had to have some conversations around boundaries, or just like just share.
I think that over the years we've learned to learn each other. So if she's not in a good space, or if you're not in a good mood, I can tell, and I think vice versa. Even like if you're not, I don't know, I just feel like we've never had to have that conversation of this is where I'd have to draw the line, or this is something that I need to do so that I can be okay in this friendship. I don't think that we've had that.
Yeah.
Although, at least not yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. You know what I do feel like I did once, and looking back, I'm not sure I would do the same thing. But she had a person in her life at some point that I really did not like, and you also now don't like so much. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so I
don't like so much.
I'm trying to be diplomatic, but she hates him, and I can't stand it. I just don't care. Like whatever. Non-factor. It's exactly that. It's like meh. So I one time when I was trying to show how frustrated I am about a situation, I may have come to you in a very like, just know, I will never ever. So and that was the only time I felt like I had to confront you in an uncomfortable situation. And looking back, I wouldn't do the same thing. I would, no matter what, just make sure that you know, I've got your back. I'm probably not 100% about this situation, but I would never. I just feel like I didn't handle that, and that's something I definitely regret. I wish I did that differently. That's the one thing maybe I tried to exert my boundaries in her life, to kind of be like, can we just go in a different direction?
And you know, looking back, I think I definitely remember that, and I don't think I felt great about it. But I also understood where you were coming from, because this was a person that had been, it was like over and over and over. It's like on and off and on and off. And the worst thing was that for sure we all knew that didn't need to be, like, that relationship just needed to end. And so I guess it was also frustrating for you guys to just keep hearing. Anyway,
but
understand
that's,
it. But yes,
that's the one thing I feel like I would not speak. I would not.
You were just
go
intolerant of it at that time.
Yes, and I did not have the tools to communicate or to even know how to be
Yeah.
Does any of you feel bad when the other has other close friends?
No, and I
No.
think you've addressed this.
No, yeah, no. But you know what I did see the other day, and I was like, so you guys would, if you watched my videos over Christmas, you'd have seen that there was an event that I went to that
it
one
was
of Mondi's,
my traditional.
her traditional wedding.
Yeah.
And I just remember being in that room and just being like, this bitch has been making friends all these years. Because where are all these girls from? And I was like, hun, I thought we didn't like people together. Why are you just making friends all over town? I mean, obviously not quite, but really deep down, I was like, when did you become so friendly with everyone? She had so many people, and they're all like good friends with like good memories, and I was like, wow, I really thought we were both like no new friends. I mean, obviously not no new friends, but my general disposition as a human being is to, I'm most comfortable with like the few people I've known for a long time, and it takes me a while to kind of make new friends.
Yeah.
And so, and that's how I'll be forever. I might be open to like having conversations, and I'm trying to work on that muscle. I think I've grown a lot in that sense. But I also thought Mondi was even worse than me, because I would sometimes have people come over to my house, or even and she'd just be like, who is that person and why are they here? Like she would just blatantly be like, we have a new person. Someone rang the doorbell.
Yeah.
No, like she would be like, you know. So when I walked into that room and I was like, you have so many friends. But it was a testament to what I fell in love with, like why I love her so much. She does that. She's like, wherever she goes, she's just like solid friendships. And if I look at my life and even career paths, I haven't brought people from, if I think of like different places I worked, I don't have,
but it's like one people.
Like capital. I don't have anyone in my life.
Susan was a
well,
at the time.
At the time, but I don't have anyone in my life now who I've. It's like
I brought them along.
Yeah, I might have like really great seasons. But Mondi is like and let me tell you, you are so lucky if you get to be under her wing. Like if you're one of her, you're so lucky. Lucky are we. But yes, no, I definitely don't feel bad, and that's her, and love, and also we also have different circles.
Totally different circles. Yeah, I would say totally different.
Totally different circles.
Yeah, but we also are willing to accommodate each other's circles. So if I'm in a place where she has people who I'm not very used to, you just learn to like accommodate those people, and you know it's not a constant, so like it's not like you're gonna be hanging out with them every time, but you appreciate that, because I feel like a very key thing in friendships is you can't always be each other's only thing, person. Like I feel like that's why
in
we
relationships
have worked so well. Even in relationships, actually, you should be able to have your own life, your own friends. It's great if you have friends together, but it's also very important to have people outside of that.
I could not meet
and
all.
And even for us, I feel like the reason I feel like we've thrived a lot is probably because there's always other people we can lean on, even when we can't be there for each other in a certain moment.
Exactly.
And it's been okay. Like there's no resentment.
There's no like, no, that's only reserved for best friends status, so stop.
Sometimes I'll even know things like months later and be like, did I tell you? And it's like, no, you didn't. And we'll be like, I don't know, like this, I think we've done well in that.
Yeah, no, we're so lucky. We're so lucky. Do you know everything about each other?
No.
Yeah. Like I just found out that you have that many friends, and it was like last week. I was like, hun, you have so many people.
To be fair, I gained them along the
but it's good and it's a testament. But no, we don't know everything about each other. But I mean, we know a lot of things.
We know a lot of
the things that matter.
Yeah, exactly.
The things that matter.
But I think I definitely could beat you in a quiz.
About who knows more about the other?
100%.
Because I'm a sharer and you're not much of a sharer.
No, I think you forget things.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's also about the fact that you forget
but
things. You are definitely more of a sharer than I am.
Yeah.
That's actually
true.
No, it's actually true for all
everyone.
friendships.
Like, all your friendships.
All my friendships. There's things that so many people don't know.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I remember the thing that it took a long time for me to know, and you didn't tell me.
Which is?
I can't say it, and I can't whisper it. I can't even whisper it. I'm scared the mic might pick up something.
You know what talking about with Jerry with Jerry the other day.
Okay. Did she know about it?
No.
Okay.
No one knew.
So anyway, Mundia is a solid secret keeper. I will be like, hun, guess where I was yesterday?
Yeah.
Guess who I saw yesterday? Hun, I just can't even. Like, I'm so the different seasons. I think I just lay it more than you do.
I love that. I love that you can do that because I think I don't know why. It's like I go through the moment and then I pass on, and unless you catch me in that very moment, you probably won't know about it.
Yeah.
That's, I think, how I operate.
Yeah.
But it's not a good thing if you ask me, because I really should be able to share a lot more and even not feel shy to be, not, I don't know if the word is shy, but I think, I need to be more of a sharer because I think I carry a lot.
Yeah, I think that's it, that you carry a lot. Yeah.
A lot, and I also tend to carry other people's problems. So I
holding
take
it in.
a lot.
You're holding it in. Yeah. How do you handle money topics as friends? What are the rules on lending?
So first of all, with money, Sharon is 100% way better with money than I am, and so she has been like my teacher in terms of, I think you should do this, or do you feel like interested in some of the things we've never even done, even the things that we've talked about. But I always know that if there's one person I can go to in terms of money, whether it's an investment possibility or I need to start saving, or can you please be my accountability? I mean, there's a time I was sending money to Sharon so she knows I'm saving. Like that's how
I was not sure. I was
like, she's keeping it for me so that I don't
put
use
it in
it.
an account.
Like, you know, like that's how not good I am with money. But
we don't really lend each other money.
And even if we do, I would never be shy to ask her, and I think she would never. I would hope that she would.
No, I would
be
never
shy to ask
me.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I would never. I would never.
And I think with lending, you just always know if you've taken something from somebody, you always need to give it back. So I just respect. If that's the way your friendship works, if you're open in that way, respect your friend enough to give back what you've asked for, unless you have categorically stated that it's a tough time and you need
some help.
Yeah.
What is a song that reminds you of her? I know which one I think of, and I just think you.
Really?
Well, first of all, the singer.
It's 100% Beyonce.
Duh.
Which one?
But the song that I would be like,
get me body, get me body, get me body, get me body, what my body.
Like, wait, what's like, ladies in your hand, drop down, get your, drop down, get your ego.
No, it's not drop down, get your ego.
Wait. It's drop down, boy, get your.
No, it's first.
No. Drop down. Isn't it drop?
It's not first drop.
Hi.
There's something else first. It's do the sizzle.
No, it's not sizzle.
It's not. But I'm just thinking about this.
I know. No, I think it's like drop down, ladies get your E, and then say drop down.
It's definitely not Eagle One because.
Not Eagle One. Drop down. No, because you have to like drop down. No,
I don't think she says drop down.
You know what? Sorry, guys.
We have to listen to it.
We have to listen to it because I'm
almost. Wait, you actually put it.
Yes, and we won't put it here because Beyonce is gonna get me for this video.
For sure.
But drop down, almost hit the floor. Do the do the do the no. Yeah. Because we knew
for sure that's song. 100%.
Must you like each other's significant others?
I think you can tolerate them.
Yeah.
And you know, I just feel like in some seasons you can't tell somebody what to do. You know? Like you may feel like somebody's not good for your bestie.
Yeah.
But there's not much you can do. You just have to choose to support the person through whatever it is, through that relationship. So I don't think you have to like them. I think it's great if you can get along.
Yeah. It would be
But
so difficult for me
very-
to have to like in
yeah.
order for you to have
Yeah.
a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Like, what if
it's
I was just like, there's so many, yeah.
Like,
But if they were like particularly harmful,
Yeah.
then of course you are
It's like-
you are trying. You would
No.
she would be honest about like hun,
Yeah.
hun,
this is not working.
hun,
But
and she would just have to say hun 3 times.
Yeah.
Hun, hun, hun.
fun and that's
And you
it,
know.
you know. But then also it just means that you're on standby and you're willing to go through the motions of
Yeah.
whatever that looks
Yeah,
like
yeah,
for them.
yeah. But I wouldn't expect her to only be
To-
with
to-
people that I
Yeah, to
like or
like,
approve of, or that.
exactly.
And what does that even mean?
And
Like
I feel like if it really is like, if you really truly care about that person, you'll also try and accommodate the person that they're with if
Yeah,
you can.
as
And-
much as
and it's not
possible.
like you'll hate everything about the person.
Yeah.
So try and find things that you can actually like be able to gel with
Yeah,
that person.
yeah.
Only you might, and for sure you won't always like the person because you'll always want to take your bestie side, even when you feel like they're
Hun,
wrong.
but I think you would be open
I'll
with
call
me if
you
I
out.
was,
Yeah, I would call you out.
would you really?
Yeah, I would. I
Have
definitely
you?
would. I mean, most of the time I felt like it was warranted.
So, you know how I said I'm a little bit, what am I? Like I'm a lot? Or I'm like you can either like not like me or like, yeah, you know? And I think for the most part, like one day you'll just generally work well.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can be a little much also in some situations in previous relationships.
That's true.
And I feel like
But
there's
I
certain
find
things
it
I've said
almost
and I'm
hilarious.
like, hun, you won't believe what I did. And she should be telling me like, you did what?
And
But
I'm
she'll
like,
just like be
okay,
laughing with
okay.
me. Done. And she'll be like, how about we tone it down next
Yeah.
time? Next time we
Yeah.
but also she's like she's obviously going to be biased. Like Monday
Yeah.
is not gonna she's not unbiased, you know. She'll call me out, but she's biased. If your bestie were to start a life in a new country in Africa, what would it be? She's not allowed to.
That
She's
yeah,
not allowed to.
that
Sorry,
would
guys.
be,
Sorry.
Like we can't.
No, kidding. But like I would be so because I think
I
distance
know
would
it
make
would
it
be
so
hard.
hard.
It would be hard. It would be tough. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what would it would.
But it would make it difficult
because
because you know how dynamics change when there's someone out of the country.
It's just a lot
Yeah.
harder to be present
In the
when
same
you're
way.
so far apart,
Yeah.
especially for an indefinite amount of time. Like
But
if
what
it's-
country would you? What do you think?
I feel like where I
would-
feel like you would thrive.
Yeah.
South Africa.
Really?
Yeah.
I just didn't like that.
But that
Did you?
that was then.
Okay.
Now I feel like it
Maybe.
even in line with your career.
Perhaps.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking more about.
Yeah.
I feel like it's most. I feel like it's like the most Nairobi-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Country.
Then I would say that for you, just so that we can
Yeah.
be together. I would be like, I think you would thrive a
In that
lot.
case, we're
You'd
moving
thrive
together.
thrivest
Yeah.
here, this country. It's so
Yeah.
nice. What activities do you do together? We go to the club.
And eating nachos.
I'm not going to a club in a long time again, hun.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that
That's
for a
okay.
long time. And it's, and that's what I mean, like even our different circles, because I could not be the friend who, like Modi is having a good time with in the
No,
club. I would be
so-
such a
yeah.
sourpuss. You would be having to
Yeah.
take care of me the whole evening.
Yeah.
You would be so over me. So over me. And I would be so over you
We
for
had
bringing
so
me
much
there.
fun the last time.
Yeah,
we
it was
went.
good. I even messaged her the other day with the picture of the nachos just to
Yeah.
be like, "Hon, can we go back next week,
Yeah,
please?"
during the day.
During the day. Forgot to say that. The other day we went to Karura.
That was so nice.
That was so
with
nice.
Patricia. It
Yeah,
was so,
yeah.
So,
So
much
the three
fun.
of us just walked for 2 hours
Had
and
lunch,
talked.
made the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
of Westgate dirty.
So muddy because Karura was so muddy, but
That
it was
was
such a
so
good.
good.
And I want to have more
More
dates
of
like
those
that,
nights,
like
yeah.
really
100%.
intentional hangouts,
Yeah.
dinners.
And sleepovers.
Sleepover. Oh yeah,
one of
sleepovers
our
is
favorite
our main thing.
activities.
Yeah. If you were to do a trip together, where would you guys go and why? Let me tell you something. It just would not be in this country for me. Like I wouldn't like, and as much as I'd just love to be like, Lamu is so great. I would go to a place
an
where
adventure.
no one knows me.
Yeah. Like
And
a,
you
a
can fill in
European
the blanks.
country. Like a European country.
Yeah.
Or like an Asian country, like Thailand.
Yeah.
Or like
I would say like Italy.
Oh God, Italy for me
Over.
would just be about
Oh,
the
food. For me would be
Yeah.
about...
Even like the UK,
Everything.
like for shopping
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, I kind of also would want somewhere, and this is the truth, like I just feel so much more reserved here and so much more
Less free.
restrained,
Yeah.
if I'm being very honest, like
Yeah.
restrained here,
Okay.
that I would be looking for a country
Yeah.
that would accept me. Like, where do we have nudist beaches? Although Mundi would not, Mundi would be like, I'm just gonna leave that.
I'll just be the
to you.
only
Like,
one dressed.
Yeah, like, hun, just pass me your towel. I'm okay to like go extra. But like, I would be extreme perhaps in
Yeah.
my.
I think
maybe
Europe
not
is the
extreme.
best place for this.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe
do
a
think-
European country.
Yeah,
for sure.
would be where.
Italy, France, Spain. Spain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mondi, where did you go to cooking school?
So I did a short course at Boma College. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a short course. I probably want to go back and do another one, and probably another one.
Yeah.
But I really had a great time there.
And you sent all the pictures.
had-
Like you
yeah,
were
I
doing
sent
such
her-
good.
Yeah, I mean, I was making such
dishes.
fancy food, and I'd be like, "Oh, is this me?"
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a really good time. So, time I felt the most fulfilled in my life to
Oh,
date, for sure.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
100%.
Oh, but food. I
It
actually
makes me very happy.
books is to not to answer this. Books is to Sharon as
Food is to Mondi.
food is to Mondi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So you know how I'm like, oh my god, new book, blah 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 blah. She's
I
like
like new
recipe, and
New
like
cooking show.
yeah,
I could
exactly.
literally spend hours on TikTok food videos.
Yeah.
Just watching.
What's the most annoying thing about each other?
Sharon,
That was too quick, hun. That was way too quick.
listen.
Hun.
Sharon doesn't believe a lot of things. Like Han, you don't like. She doesn't believe people when they tell her things. So it will be like, you have to come out. You have to have written like an encyclopedia for it to be factual. For her to be like, okay, that's true. She'll be like, are you sure, Han? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me check. I don't think so. Let me. I'm telling you, this is the truth. Really, honestly, I don't know. It's like you have to be validated by Google for some things, not all the things. But honestly, there's sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what you want me to say to make this authentic. Or maybe I'm also, maybe also I'm not the person who, but I used to think actually it was just me because my family sometimes says, they say that I just say things with so much conviction and it's not true. But then I realized she does it with other people. And I was like, thank God, because I was starting to feel like, Jesus, she doesn't trust me. She doesn't believe me as a person. Anything that comes out of my mind, it's like a mouth is like just to fact check.
Oh my
It's
god.
like, if you're not stamped, accredited by Google, search or Wikipedia.
Dead. I'm actually
Wikipedia is not a
dead.
source.
Hon, I feel like you've been holding that in for a long time.
I have. Because I'm just like, why?
I feel like
Why
you've
don't you
been holding
believe me?
like even the back of my head hurts. Like my cheeks drop. Oh. Wow.
Honestly,
And you really said that?
I feel like we should just call Patricia because honestly, and you know when I actually believed it wasn't about me,
Yeah.
is you did it to Patty and I was like, oh, it's not about me. No doubt about it. It's not about me. Wow. But
That
yeah,
is
man.
so funny. Can I just tell you the truth? I don't even hear myself do it.
But do you
I
hear
don't
when I
even-
said it the way I've said it?
Okay,
like,
yeah,
Even
fine.
with done, even with Jeff, like he'd be like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Can I tell you what it is? Actually, I don't really know what it is because I don't even know that I'm actually. But can I just say,
Yeah.
sometimes you do speak with
No,
such
100%.
conviction.
That one I'll take it
And
for
it's
free.
never
It's not even
clear.
the truth. Yeah, I
Jeff,
would
when we were
have
growing
checked.
up,
Yeah.
would say things like, do you know that the sun is approximately 1.7 kilometers away from the blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And we'd all be like, wow. And then we'd, like, something else would, Jeff is smart. Like, he, like,
Yeah.
knows these things randomly. But a few
Yeah.
times we were like, that's
That
not what,
can't be
that,
right.
yeah, you said that
Yeah.
and that wasn't true. I mean, that wasn't quite right. And then the rest is I don't even hear myself do it.
Yeah.
I don't even hear or see myself do it.
Yeah.
And I wonder why I'm like, and maybe in my head I'm like, I have a very different answer,
Or
and so I
even
must think
sometimes
that
just
you.
think it's outrageous.
Oh, it's
what someone is
outrageous,
saying.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that can't possibly
Oh,
be
yeah,
true.
yeah.
And I'm like, but it is.
Yeah.
And
But-
she's like, no, hon, anyway. Then
What,
she'll be like,
did you do
anyway,
something
and
today?
so- no.
Okay, I'm just wondering if I
No.
did something like
No.
that in the car.
Actually, I haven't done it in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but also I probably don't spend enough time.
Yeah.
But it will be like,
She said
"Hon,
that and we spent
did
the
you
whole
know
day together."
that this and this?" She'll be like, are you sure?
Wait, but are you talking about how you'll say, for instance, like you might just be like, "Hun, Rihanna is pregnant with quadruplets," and I'll just be like, "No,
No, not that.
no,
Not
no."
that.
4 kids, there's no way, Rihanna. And then I check.
No, that's a
Oh, so
different.
like
that's
what?
like I don't. It's like Jesus. Can I even describe it?
Oh, like here, like if you mix this acid
Yes.
with something,
Yes.
this comes
You'll be
up.
like, you'll be like, no, that can't be possible. Sorry. I don't.
I think
don't
I see that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I'm not sometimes, but I'm just usually like, I'm certain that's not the answer.
Yeah.
I'm certain that's not the answer. So I'm gonna just like do a quick Google
Fact
search,
check.
and
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's usually right or wrong, or if I'm usually right or wrong. But like, yeah, that's so funny.
That's what's like
That came out way too quick out of you, but
rolls.
Okay.
Eyes. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
What's the most annoying thing about you? I don't think I have a most annoying
Hi.
thing. What?
You
What?
must.
No, I really. I
Like,
cannot
not
do
even
say
the fact
that.
that sometimes I say things with so much conviction and it's not true, or
No.
the fact that sometimes I don't keep time.
No,
Or-
like I genuinely let go of the time thing. Like I realized it was affecting my friendships because you're not the only friend who would be tardy, and I'd just be like, "Do you like?" I would take it so personal. Like I'd just be like,
Yeah.
"But why don't you see? I did everything in my power to be here on time to make this like."
Yeah.
You know, so why wouldn't you give me that? And I would take it so
So
personally, and
personally.
I made the conscious decision.
Yeah.
If I need to go somewhere, I'll meet you there. And I still might get upset depending on what it is we were doing. Like if
Yes.
something needed to start
And that
and you
time.
were late for something, I might be like, but for the most part,
Yeah.
that doesn't, like I wouldn't say that's annoying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's annoying.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah, I
update you
really-
later.
No, I
Yeah.
really don't think you have anything annoying. But I'm gonna work on hearing myself because I don't even hear myself do it.
You do.
I don't. I really don't. And I wonder who else I do it with, and they're like, that girl is so annoying. She just has to prove to you that you're wrong. Does she not think I read or I know things?
But for me, I could see where it was coming from. But then when I saw it with other people, I was like, oh my God. It's not just me. It's not just me. It's great.
Oh Lord! Oh, that's the last one. Oh my God, we've gone through everything. I'm not. This video is a long video,
So long.
so I will have to cut it down and see which ones were the funniest or most
Yeah,
interesting or
or
whatever.
most-
But hon, thank you for doing it.
Honey,
And were there any like, because I didn't scroll through the questions Moni did. Were there any like some that you were like, I'm not gonna answer that. It's too
Yeah,
raunchy or saucy or
no,
like
actually funny,
impersonal.
you know?
I mean, not impersonal, but rude or.
No, none were rude. I think some were just answers that I knew we definitely didn't want to speak about in this space.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
none were
Okay.
like rude or anything.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
A lot of them revolved around conflict resolution
Yeah.
and
Okay.
fighting.
And fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you appreciate that Mondi gave up an hour and something of her time here, please like this video. Just give it a thumbs up if you really enjoyed having her here. And I will see you very soon. Bye.